How long is chicken broth good for? If you have ever wondered how long chicken broth lasts, you are in the right place. Knowing the shelf life of chicken broth is key to keeping your meals safe and tasty. Let's break it down so you can store your broth like a pro. First, let's talk about unopened chicken broth. If you have store-bought broth in boxes or cans, it can last a long time. You can keep it in a cool, dry pantry for up to 1 year past the printed date. This makes it a great staple to have on hand for all your cooking needs. Now, once you open that broth, things change a bit. Opened chicken broth should be stored in the refrigerator. Generally, it can last for 3 to 5 days in the fridge. Some brands might have a longer shelf life, so always check the packaging. But as a general rule, aim to use it within that time frame to ensure freshness. What about homemade chicken broth? Homemade broth usually has a shorter shelf life than store-bought. This is because it often has less sodium and no preservatives. You can typically store homemade broth in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. However, many people love homemade broth for its rich flavor and higher gelatin content. If you want to keep your broth for longer, freezing is a fantastic option. Both homemade and store-bought chicken broth can be frozen. This method allows you to preserve broth for future meals. For the best quality, use it within 2 to 3 months. When freezing, make sure to transfer the broth to airtight, freezer-safe containers. This helps prevent freezer burn and keeps it fresh. Here are some practical tips for storing chicken broth. Always check for signs of spoilage before using it. Look for off smells or a slimy texture. Label and date your containers when storing broth in the fridge or freezer. This way, you can keep track of how long it has been stored. Consider freezing broth in smaller portions. This makes it easier to thaw only what you need for a recipe, saving you time and reducing waste. By following these simple guidelines, you can ensure your chicken broth stays fresh and safe for your cooking adventures. Enjoy your delicious meals with confidence, knowing your broth is perfectly stored.